What's up, guys? This is Andre, and today I want to talk about a topic that a lot of people I've seen on social media talking about it, but it's just I've seen a video this week, and it's not that it triggered me. It's just that I needed to talk about it because I'm like tired of seeing it on social media, and that it's not what real entrepreneurship is. And the main subject, as you can see in the title of this video, it's about your favorite guru, mindset coach, online fitness coach that is lying to you, is not who they really are, and they're just pretending to be somebody to sell you an illusion. So today I just like wanted to talk about it because I know it's like all over social media, and it might be something that is very uncomfortable, but people need to know the truth and what's really important and the behind the scene, okay? Because the reality is that any of those like polished, super successful lifestyle, perfect body that they show on social media is not the reality of it. The fitness coach that has the incredible physique, but he's telling you like in 90 days, join my program, you'll be shredded, you'll be as jacked as me, when the guy has been on steroids and gear for like 10 years, you know? The mindset coach, the mindset guru that is telling you how to run your business, find your motivation, but has never run a business. The guy that is like, oh, like, join my course and you're going to be rich. Well, his own business model is selling you the course to be rich. It's just like something that you see a lot on social media. And I'm not saying that most of it is like bad, because I still believe that a lot of people have like good mentor, good coaches, but I'm going to explain to you later. If you want to choose a coach or like a mentor, that it has to be in your same niche of like what you pretend to be, right? Because you really see so much people, and I'm an example of it. I've been scammed. I live in Miami. I literally go to the same places that those people go to. So I see it every day, what they pretend to be on social media, which they're really not behind the camera. And I'm going to explain to you in like 5 different points what's really hiding behind that. The first point is like the perfect illusion. So social media, everybody knows that it's like your LinkedIn page, your ultimate highlight reel, right? But what you see is actually very well put into place for you to believe that they're living this life. The spontaneous beach workout, right, that got filmed like 15 times to have the perfect angle. The very healthy breakfast that they're actually not really eating. They're just taking steroids. The casual morning routine that make them successful, but it's not really it. And one thing that those influencers, right, if we can call them, understand is the psychology of aspiration. They're not selling you a program or a product. They're selling you a fantasy of a vision of yourself with their body, their success, and also their apparent happiness and lifestyle. But the contrast between the reality and what's behind is big, and nothing to compare yourself to. I've had so much feedbacks and stories that I can like literally expose those like fake ass gurus when they literally like tell you like, oh man, like I wake up at 6 a.m. I never miss. And then you see the guy at the beach fucking smoking, and then he's like, join my program because I'm a mindset coach. Like, I don't understand how you can be a pussy and how you cannot be a man in this society, when the guy hasn't done anything in life except just like selling those type of things, right? The fitness influencer that tells you to do stuff when he hasn't done it, he's just taking steroids. The second part is gonna be the psychological hooks, right? Those modern gurus, if we can say, employ sophisticated psychological tactics to create loyal followers or people that kind of envy them, and this is why they buy their courses. The social proof, the first one is going to be like all those testimonials, right? That somehow you see them like they repeat the same testimonial, but people believe in it. How many are like very handpicked because there is out of 100 just one succeed, and they just blast it all over social media? The second is the scarcity mindset. How many of those gurus you see like, oh, it's my last chance, the FOMO, take my offer last minute. You see like a guy that's been on fire recently. I won't mention his name, but it's like every day his course is on discounts. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's something is not doing great. The authority position, because they present themselves as an expert, but you cannot verify sources. Like, I'm a mindset coach. What have you done? Have you built a company? Did you sold a company? Like, it just blow my mind. The parasocial relationship of sharing, for example, their lifestyle with other people. I'm going to tell you a story of how I got scammed by a guy that know most of people in Miami pretend, right? But he's not what he really pretends to be. And it's just like they make them feel like you're friends, right? To sell you the dream, sell you what they want you to sell, but it builds trust to just exploit it behind the dream selling, if we can say. They're not just selling you abs or wealth. They're just selling you an identity transformation. This is who you could be, right? Just like me on a rented Lamborghini or a renting penthouse or whatever. The third point is going to be the fitness facade, right? Because like the thing is that you see, especially the fitness industry, it might be one of the most, I would say, fake industry in the world. Everybody's like, oh, like I'm going to be an online fitness coach. I'm going to show you a video right there, right? That I was like checking this week. That's so funny, and I'm gonna put it right there, right? I'm gonna watch it just like you, but yeah, it's like you see, like, what do you do of your Monday? Just working. Like, what do you do? Oh, I made $5,000 as a coach, and then I'm like doing like the coach of a coach, and it's just, man, like, yeah, let's watch the video together because it's just very interesting. I'm gonna put it just right there. So
fix your funnel. If
Yo. It's 2
Hold on,
p.m. on a
sorry.
Monday. What do you do for work?
Dude, I'm an online coach, bro.
What do you coach?
I coach coaches on how to coach coaches that coach coaches that coach coaches. Okay, bro? It's not that hard.
So you like make money with that or what?
Yeah, like I was a fitness coach. I made $5,000 a month, but I realized you can't make any money being a fitness coach. So now I just coach coaches on how to coach coaches. If you want to learn how to coach coaches and coach coaches and coach coaches, DM me mentor and I can give you one-on-one mentorship.
yeah, man, it's just a typical cliche, but it's the reality of it. And the fitness industry is so fake. All those people that telling you like I got this body naturally, which everybody knows that it's not the case. And the problem is that you see people that are older that trying to pretend to this generation that the young people that you can be like that. You see the guy from the 1821, he gained like 100 pounds of muscle. There's no way humanly it's not possible without just naturally and things like that. So the fourth thing, it's like the mindset economy, right? The people that do the mindset and business guru, they would operate with similar principle. The rented luxury cars, the properties, the photo shoot, the income claims that actually can't be verified, the typical morning routine that make them successful, the circular business models. I'll teach you how to make money by teaching others how to make money, right? That has nothing, it's just a Ponzi scheme. I don't know for people, if you know, guys, that what a Ponzi scheme is. If not, I'm going to put it right there. But a Ponzi scheme is selling something, teaching others how you made it, right? It's just a whole like scheme all around the thing. The success story that cannot be replicated somehow. Like they have thousands of testimonials, but only show like one of them that was actually successful. The fifth point is going to be the psychological impact. So the thing that really why I wanted to jump on there is just not about like people wasting money. I had a friend that I had to sit down a month ago because the guy was like, my guy, how many coaching program have you been to? And he's like a fitness coach, right? He's like, oh, 3. And I was like, how much did it cost you? He was like, 15 grand. I was like, how much you made? 5K. And I was like, my guy, like do you know math? Because it's not working. Like they're just selling you the thing that are not working. Why are you taking like 5 business coaches? It just doesn't work. This thing doesn't work, right? The psychological impact, it can be devastating because the people feel like failure if they can't compete with others. The self-esteem issues that develop because they cannot make us the same thing that other people are doing. The trust issue that can become after the disappointments. Everything that has been happening, it's just nothing good, right? There's a doctor that I've seen a study, her name is like Sarah Miller, right? She's a psychologist, and she was like specializing on the social media impact. And she said something that really was impactful, that these parasocial relationship with influencer can be particularly damaging because they contain an element of trust that's being exploited for profit. This is what most of those influencers are doing. The last point is going to be for you to actually spotting the red flags, right? How you can protect yourself and look at these warning signs, because not all mentors or coach are bad, but you need to actually choose the right one. The first thing is going to be the too good to be true promise, like lose 50 pounds in 90 days, like forget about it. The high pressure sales tactics of the artificial urgency, if we can say, of the discount, the FOMO, the hey, my friend, my buddy, my dog, I'm making you like the best discount. The transparency about their methods is very important. The negativity, the haters that they can get, the testimonial, if they're real or not, the heavy focus on their lifestyle. If everything is like focusing on their lifestyle, you know they're not really what they pretend. The claim of exclusivity of anything. So I would ask myself, okay, if their method truly works as advertised, why do they suggest aggressive? Why are they doing such aggressive marketing, right? So this was kind of like my rant on it. I can tell you a personal story. A couple of months ago, I've been introduced to a guy that I thought was a friend, right? Because a friend actually introduced me to him, and I realized he tried to quickly become my friend, and we started hanging out, and then at the end of the day, trying to sell me a program that was like fitness, whatever. And I realized that the guy just like used me psychologically, and I was in a position at the time where I needed something, right? A place to live, because I was moving apartment, and the guy was like, yeah, don't worry, I'll help you. I never seen the place, never helped me. And in the meantime, he was like, oh, my dog, you know, my brother, I'm going to make you the best price. Join my thing because I'm going to help you, and we're going to do some great things together. And me, I was naive at the time because I was in a position of like, I needed something fast, which he kind of like promised me, but never really accomplished. And I had the option. Like looking back at it, it's just because I was in a position where I clearly was like sold by something that was not going to be done. And when I confronted it, when the thing didn't happen, and the guy was like, no, I need this money. I earn it fast. I earn it. Like I work hard for it, which he didn't do anything for me. And so I had part of my money back because, you know, I used my my relationships that I got, and I kind of exposed the guys everywhere because it's not what you do. And this guy, right, is literally a guy that apparently know a bunch of people. It's like, oh, when you're in my circle, oh, my dogs eat, whatever. He's pretending to have an image which other people, like very known people, and it always shocked me because just spending a couple of days with him make me realize how this industry is so toxic. The guy is an online fitness coach, right? He trained one guy that is super famous here in Miami that I'm not going to mention the name, but you guys might guessed it. They sell like celebrity watches, like super famous on YouTube, super famous. And it always shocked me because one time I was with him and then I saw the guy, and then at the end of the training, he was like, bro, I can't stand this guy because the guy has a specific diet because he cannot eat meat. And he was like, every time he texts me, it's like so bothering. Like, and I could see the guy every time he was like pissed by what he was doing. He's not helping other. He's just pretending to helping other, which is not working, and just like kind of creating connection for him to be recommended and sell a program that he doesn't even really believe in it because the guy takes steroids all day. He's not what he pretends to do. And I have so much stories about it, about like the sponsorship that he got by a brand that he wasn't even using because he was so much on gear that it fucked up his stomach. So he can't even consume the things that the supplement brand was like giving him. So much stories about girls that he couldn't even get in hard and everything. It's just insane, right? But on social media, he pretend everything's right. Another thing, right? Another story that a guy, well, actually two guys, right? One guy, and this is like actually the video that triggered me this week, which was the life of a Christian entrepreneurs in Miami, right? And I'm Christian. I go to church on Sundays. I haven't been very consistent recently because I've moved places. But I used to go to VU Church in Miami. It's a great church. I've been introduced by a friend. Super nice church. The pastor over there, it's just wonderful people. And you see the guy that has 500,000 followers across social media platform and preaching about God and everything when his whole business, and I seen at the gym one time, he was like, nobody talk to me until they pay my coaching program, which is $4,000. I don't train with you people. I don't talk to you people. And then he pretends to be this guy that help others. And it's just like a whole thing of, after when you really like learn about this person, because you hear things, right? And one person told me, because it's like, okay, interesting. Like, this guy pretend to do a bunch of things, right? And then I remember because I went one time with a group of friends and I was like, yeah, I go to Boxer and everything. He was like, oh, I know this guy that goes there. And I was like, oh, yeah, the guy on social media. And this person was like, yeah, he's a big scammer. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, man, like check online. Before he was selling program on how to teach people how to max out their credit card and never pay their debt. And he got a lot of backlash behind it. And now his whole things is like, apparently he's part of a crypto group, right? Selling you rug and pull things. For me, like those people that do crypto, they can pretend they make money, but they never really had a real business. Like it's a pump and dump thing. They don't make that much money as like they pretend they do. And everything is fake. And the guy's like literally on social media making like all those claims and scamming people, join my program and do this. And then on sudden he says, God, I found God, I help others. But he cannot help you if you don't give him his $4,000, right, for the coaching program. And it was so funny because when I came with one of his buddy that is also a mindset coach, right, they just launched a supplement brand. And it was so funny because me as a guy, I just checked the brand. Right? He was like, oh, check this brand, whatever. And they just launched it. Both guys, cumulative, right, they probably have 1 million followers. If I would think like a guy like Gary Breca that has probably the same or even more, when he launched a supplements brand or a wellness thing, the guy makes a lot of money, right? They launched their brand, complete failure. They still struggle to make sales and everything. And how do I know that? Because I'm an e-com guy. I just know the data behind their brand. I figured it out. I can just check the numbers. And it's not what they're pretending to do. And they're struggling to do that. It's so funny because the other day I saw this guy that is like, oh, like, I don't miss. Like, I'm a fitness guy. And like, I know he's on full peptides, but he's telling his community that to eat right. And then he smokes at the beach and everything. It's just so funny for me. But that was it, guys. The main thing is not to put and blast people names and everything. I think that the coaching or mentors, some people are good. Me, for example, in my space that I do e-com, recently I came up to see like a guy that's called Rob the Bank. I've heard good things about him, and the guy has the credibility behind it because he sold a brand for like 30 millions. Guys like Iman Gadzhi, even some people can shit on him. I used to watch Iman a long time ago before he became really famous, when he was still like documented his journey in England, and the guy was not promoting his programs while he was still like doing his things. Guys like, for example, Ali Abdal, Dan Ko, all those people that they're kind of selling you the stuff, but behind they did what they're preaching out. And for example, me recently, I kind of find a platform that's called like Mentor Pass. And because I'm like in the process of like growing my supplements brand, that I've been transparent, like it's not going the way that I expect it to be. It's something new for me. And like I will probably get like a mentor that I'm going to pay for a call with a guy that, for example, the guy from Blue Nutrition, Raw Nutrition, all those guys that have supplements brand or have sold supplements brand, and I can actually help. My advice would be like, if you guys are looking for mentors, coaches, go for the people that actually have done things in life. All those business mindset gurus, they never run a company. They just like this whole like drop shipping thing of kids that are 19 and pretend they make 100K a month. Now you go to Miami, Brickell or whatever, Midtown, Edgewater, it's like everybody's making like 100K a month. The reality is not like that. They're not making the money they pretend to be. And it's not about like hate. It's just like people need to know the truth, and it's just not a good thing to like pretend you have a life and scam other people into this thing of like, I'm a coach and I'm going to teach you how to be a coach and you're going to teach others how to be a coach. And it's just sad because they play on these psychology mindset tricks that a lot of people, they fall for it. This is why like this whole, for example, masculinity sphere has been growing up, the whole dating sphere too, because you see guys that are completely lost and that all those people, they show on social media that it's so easy to make money. And the reality is that it's not. I've been into the e-com for like 5 years and I barely started to make real good money out of it. And it took me time because like when you build a real brand, it took you time. It took me time. The first year I didn't make any money. All the money I reinvested in my business. And the reality is that it's just that it's not what people make it see, okay, or think. Like all this thing, like I'm convinced, and I talk about it in other videos. Not everybody is made to be an entrepreneur, and the problem is that all those things, they make it seem so simple, very easy to access, to just like be a mindset guru, be an online coach. The other day I got approached by a kid, he was like 21. He was like, bro, I can get you shredded. I'm like, I'm about to be 30. Like I'm about to be 30. I'm not going to trust a guy that is like 21 that hasn't lived life and that is probably on gear. Like there's no way, you know what I mean? Like if I want to coach, I'm going to be talking to somebody that has done things in life, that has actually what I want. All those guys, they're just pretending to have a lifestyle just to show you, sell you a program. And like I said, like me, I'm not against it because the way I learn things here, on the way I learned my things, for example, in SEO, I bought a course by a teacher that was in my business school, that he was super famous. He had the credibility behind it. He has a bestseller book in France. And the guy actually learned a lot. You know, I'm not against like drop shipping. I'm against people that pretend like their techniques and everything. If like tomorrow I sell a course on drop shipping or e-com, it would be a course that actually help people. It's not one methodology. It's just like if tomorrow I sell a course on SEO, it's going to be useful for you. You know, I personally think that those courses that sell copywriting, SEO, ads, SMMA, they're useful because you learn new skills. Those things of like mindset coach, there's nothing behind it. Okay, you have people that are 20 that are going to teach you how to be a mindset coach when they haven't been to life, they haven't done anything, like they haven't gone through really any adversity in their life. And those fitness coaches that tell you how to do stuff when they've been on steroids and everything, it just doesn't make sense. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comment what you think about it. I live in Miami. It's probably the capital of like those fake social media gurus, the old scammers. I'm all around them. I go to Boxer, I go to Elevation. I have like literally 3 membership because I just like different type of gym and not being all the time in the same gym. Personally, I find Anatomy better in Miami because you really have successful people there that I would say old money type of people that made money in real estate, finances. But if you go to like Boxer or Elevation, it's like full of those people, influencer, like online fitness coach. They're just trying to sell you whatever. But yeah, if you had an experience like that, just let me know in the comment. My whole goal is always to document everything and tell you what I think and the truth behind it. I just had to get into that because it's just like I see it everywhere, and it's just like not pissing me off. It's just like people are selling a dream to something and it's just destroying society. And part of Miami too, because Miami is a great city. But now a lot of people are like saying behind in it. For example, the guy robbed the bank that was saying like people are just pretending in Miami. The real money is made something else. Even Andrew Tate said it when they came here to Miami, hate it or like the guy. Like it's a great city, but everybody here seems like they want to sell you something, and it's not how it's supposed to be. Most of my friends that are here in Miami, they're locals, because like those guys that come from other places, other countries, they're just there to make money and like literally scam you, and it's gonna turn back on them. That's how it is, because life is just like when you don't have a good product, when you do shitty stuff, it always comes back at you. That's it, guys. Leave a comment, like, tell me what's your experience. If you've been scammed before too, just let me know in the comments. See you into the next video.